Hi everybody, this is Paul at Reliable POD, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create your products and push them to your Shopify or your Etsy store for the Christmas ornaments. So in the previous video I showed you how to create your designs, and what I'll do now is I'll add these products into the app. When you come into the app, you will see here you've got my products, and if you click on that, you'll see these two tabs here, print on demand and personalize. The difference between those are for print on demand, this is a fixed design which has no personalization at all, and you click on here and this is where you create your standard print on demand designs. If you're going to create a product with a design on that requires personalization, like a photo or a text field, then you click on personalized here and then click new personalized product up here. So the first one we'll do is the text design onto the circular Christmas ornament. So again, we've clicked on personalized, click up here, new personalized product, come down to the home office, and then we'll click on circular Christmas tree ornament. So the first screen you'll get up here is this one, and it gives you the outline of the ornament. If you created the design using the template, then this will be very simple for you. Click on start designing, click on add image area, and then because we're going to upload a background image here that the customer is not going to be able to change at all, we want to turn this button off, allow consumer to upload their own image, and they'll not be doing it on this layer because this is the background layer. So if we click on here, and then we want to upload the image, so we'll click here. So once we've clicked on this, this is the one with the text layer. So if we click on that and upload it, we can see that's created the design here for you in the background, and you've got the space down here to add the customer's name. So once you're happy there with that, click on add layer, and then you want to click this button here to lock this layer, because you don't want to catch that when you're adding the text layer on and move it. So make sure you lock that layer. Now we're going to add down here a simple text layer. So if we click on add text layer, which we're doing here, and you can see it will pop this little box up here. If we then drag and move that roughly into the position where we want it to go, to about the same size as the text we want it to be. You've got some advanced positioning controls here where you can move it and get down to the nearest pixel if you wish to, but I'll just roughly show you how we do that. So we've got that there. Then now what I generally do is, in a placeholder text, I will type in there, enter name here. So we've roughly got 4, 8, 12, 13. We've got 13 characters in there, and I think we'll probably get about 18 across the top. So if we type in the top there, maximum characters 18, that will work for the sizing of that. Then what we want to do is we want to change the font to one that matches the above. So I've used this font. It's a display font, which is here, and no, it was a serif font, I think. Yes, EB Garamond, I think you pronounce it. So that's the text we're going to use. Now when it comes to the text size here, we can probably make that a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go to about 24 here. Minimum size will probably make that 20, and the maximum size I always put the same as the default font size, which is 24. Now what we want to do is we want to make the text the same color here. So we're just going to make it one color. So if we click on color picker, and I've actually got the hex code for the font, so it's D13123. So you can see this box here turns to the right font, and that's changed the text there. We want to, what we also want to do here is on the font group, I don't want the customer to be able to select from all those fonts. So I'm going to make that fixed, and it's the same with the color. I don't want the customer to change the color, so I'm going to put fixed there. If I don't leave it fixed, then what will happen is the customer can change the color of the text. That's a choice for yourselves. So we then move further down into the text options. We want to make it mandatory, so the customer has to fill something in. We don't want to auto size the text there. We want to turn styling, alignment, transformation, rotatable, and we don't want them to move it off, and we'll leave it on resizable so the customer can move it if they wish to. So you've got that text layer there. That's all done. Looks good. Looks centralized. If I want to make sure that box is definitely centralized, if I click advanced positioning and then click on this one here, oh, I was off a little bit. So that centralizes the box for you. When you're happy with your text layer, click add layer, and you're all done in creating your design on the template in the app. Next thing to do, click to mockups. This will come you through. If you've got your own mockups you want to upload, you can upload those here. Say if you're adding them in Shopify or Etsy. What I do is I turn the template off because you don't need that on your product on your website. So I turn that off. Click next for details, and I'll call this one test. And then you can add tags in here if you want to, which you can then push to Shopify and Etsy. I'll click create, and that will go away and then create the product for you. So what I'm now going to do is, this one, as you can see, had a white background, so it's put the white in there. What I'm now going to do is I'm now going to create a print on demand product with no personalization, which is this one. So if I click on print on demand, new print on demand product, again we'll go to the circular Christmas tree ornament, and because there's no personalization on here, it's pretty easy to do. Click on start design, click on add image. I'm going to upload the image, which I believe is this one with the transparent background. Again, because I've used a template, that's placed it where it needs to go, but if you did need to resize and move it, you can do that with the handles here. So I'm going to click add layer, then I'm going to go to mockups, confirm, again turn this one off, and I'm going to call this 2 test. I'm going to create that, and again you won't see that other one that's been created because that's under personalized. If we go back to print on demand, now you can see when it's created this, because it had the transparent background, it's basically lets you see through, and it shows you the birchwood texture underneath. And one final one I'm going to create before I show you how to push them to the store. I'm going to click here on personalized, and this is going to be a photo upload one. So we'll click here, we'll click new personalized product again, and this one is going to be on the pet paw. So we'll click on pet paw. I'm going to click start designing. First off, I'm going to add the background image. Add. We're going to turn that off because this is the background image and they're not going to upload anything on this layer. So we're going to upload the static image. I think that's in here. So that's this one, the one that I created previously. I'm going to upload that to there. Again, because I've used the template, it positions it perfectly. Click on add layer. Again, what you want to do, make sure you lock that layer, then you're not going to catch it and move it. Now what we want to do is add the photo upload layer. This is the layer where the customer can upload their own image. So this is the way I do this. I'm going to click on add image layer again. And because the customer is going to be able to upload an image, we leave this turned on. So it's created your box here. So what you want to do is position that across the transparent area, which is there. This is the area where your image will show through. So if you move that to there, if you're happy where that is, click on this centralize button here. Yeah, and we've got that centralized, that's good. If you're working on a design and you're struggling to see these nodes here, we've got where you can change the node color to something that stands out a lot more. So if you've got a black design, you don't want black nodes because you can't see them, so you can click here and change them to a color that you can see. Again, I've just missed a bit there on the bottom, so I'm just going to drag that down a little bit, and I think we've got that perfectly. Now what you want to do is upload what we call the placeholder image. This could be something where you create just a white image that says upload your photo here, or you can just upload an image that suits the design you've done. So I'm going to click on upload here, and I'm going to upload Barney. So Barney's going to get uploaded. Well, he should do. So Barney will appear here, and you can see obviously that doesn't look good. So what you do then is you update the layer, and then you move the layer underneath your background layer. And because this is where you've put your transparency, that's where the image shows through. Now the dog's not centralized there, your background image is not centralized. So if you click on this layer here, come down to the placeholder, and where you've got your positioning here is if you click the left arrow. So when you've got your pet paw open product, it will show you the template, and we want to start designing. So we're going to add the background image first. And again, you'll see when I upload this that it fits perfectly onto the design. This one is the background layer, so again we're going to turn this off because the customer can't affect this and they're not going to upload an image to this layer. So we're going to upload the image, so we'll click here, upload. We're going to click this one here, and this has the transparency here. You won't see it when you upload it because it's showing the background through as white. So once you've got that layer on, click add layer, and then don't forget, click lock here so you don't catch it and move it. We're now going to add the layer that allows the customer to upload their image. So again, we'll come to add image, and then what we do is we size this around the area where we want the customer to upload the image, which we know is this central bit. So we pull those edges in to roughly where we want it. Now sometimes if you're working on a green image or a black image, the nodes can be hidden by the colour. If you come down here to this little bit, click on here, you can change the colour of the node so it's a lot easier to see it. So we've roughly got that where we want it to be, and if you want to make sure that's centralised, just click here, and there you go, that will centralise it where it needs to be, and it's got all the edges covered there. So now what we want to do is upload what we call our placeholder. Now this could be, you could create a design that says upload your image here, or as I'm going to do, I'm just going to use an image of a dog because this is a pet one. So I'll click on upload image, find Barney, and we'll upload Barney. So you can see now this layer's on top and Barney's off center, but don't worry about that. That's all good. Just one more switch here. You want to turn this on to mandatory because we want to make sure your customer does upload an image on Shopify so that they can't just click it and order it without uploading their image. So once you're happy with that, if you click add layer, then what you need to do is just move it so the hand appears here and drag that layer underneath the other one. Now you can see there that the image is now gone underneath and it's cropped off the transparency, it's masked it, which looks great. However, your dog's a little bit off center. So what you need to do is, if you open the image layer again, where you've got the uploaded picture, and then if you come to the placeholder layer, you can see here you've got these little buttons and a scale and a button that says advanced. So if you click here, you can see you can move your placeholder. If it's moving too slowly, just hold the Alt key and that will move it a little bit faster for you. There you go. And then I want to move it down a bit. So I think that looks pretty good there. You can scale it as well here. So I'm happy with the positioning of that. I'll update that. And then next step, all looks good. I'll move on to the mock-ups. So as we go through here, again, I'll turn this one off because there's, this one at the bottom off. We'll call this 3 test. And there we go, that's generating them. So what we've got here now is we've got the PNG background with the transparency, which is a fixed design. And we've got personalized here with a photo upload and a text field. Now, if you want to upload those to Shopify, for instance, just click on the 3 dots here and we're going to click add to store. If we click, this is just our demo store. Click next. You can add tags here, go all the way through. You can change the pricing here if you wish to. This is what you're going to be charged there. And add to store, and that will be pushing it through to the store. I'm going to do the same with this one so you can see what they all look like. Add to store. I'll just go through this one quickly. Close, and then I'll come back to the print on demand one here and I'll click add to store here. And again, I'll push that one through. So they'll only take a second to start appearing in the store. So I'll take you across to our demo store. So these have only just taken a minute to come through. So here's the first one we uploaded. We view that in the store. You've got your mock-ups that have come through. And if you click here, personalize, and then the customer can enter the name here. They can actually just make it a bit smaller, but we've not given them much size to choose from there because of the size of the box at the bottom. And then when they're happy with what they've got, they can just click add to cart there. That order will come through to you, and you won't have anything to do from Shopify. It'll be completely automatic and go through to workflow. If we go back and have a look at the photo upload one, which is here, your customer can then click personalize and then upload an image. I've got an image of a dog here. This comes on, and if it's off the screen a little bit, your customer can move it about. They can make it a little bit smaller and position it wherever they want to. And then they've just got to add that to cart, tells them their image quality, they can rotate, move it, etc. So that's how you use the designs. I'll just show you the last one which we've got so you can see what that looks like. And this is the one with the PNG background. So again, you can see basically how the birch ply shows through there, and that's how you create designs and push them to Shopify. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye bye.